Hello. Yes, we do. We do worry, and we're worry warts and blisters, and we don't play any musical instruments. We just recite poetry, and we're not too good at that live. We have better stuff coming up on Messenger. Dean, if you could get to that, I'd appreciate it. Uh, I had much better stuff there, but I couldn't access it. I believe. I don't know for a fact, but I believe that to be true. Uh, I'd like to recite a few, if I may, and slow it down and don't get so excited. I don't want to. First of all, I want to thank you. Painter by a dream, an artist painted by a dream, covered in a puffy, white, transparent, thick haze. I can hardly recognize the smoking chambers below. The devil exhaling on a cigarette cloud. Dreams painter shining proud. Thundering is loud. Gabriel blowing his trumpet. Heaven being born. Sworn to a painted sky. Stars alive. Light years from birds that cry. Raining rain onto my window pane. Driving me insane. That's one. Uh, Dean, if you want, you can just cut that one. It's up to you. Whatever you think is best. I fought with you, and I'm sorry I did. And I know it's not in your hands anymore. The whole thing might be blown. I don't know. Whether it's too late. You have patience beyond belief with me, and I'm belligerent, hard to take. Those other videos I don't want taped. The other two videos or three videos. The ones in Messenger that Laura Boss taped for me were good. This one called As the Daylights. As the day turns into night, my hair turns lighter, much whiter. The air that I breathe slowly dissipates while dawn breaks. What age brings, it takes. Life to me makes no mistakes. Many past birthday cakes. As the dealer of lost cards takes and rakes the ground from me. What comes next must never be. My grandma Moses morphed into a tree. How could that be? Seeing the number 43 six times after 4. I don't want to be a tree. Will I be free to see the way I want to see? To be me? Alive comfortably? And this the tree to be? I am you. Are you me? I know I'm not three of you. Is she? What about him? A tree I'll be, fat or slim, short or tall. I don't want to fall, do anything at all. But should I be given the call? Don't let me crawl on all fours again. Never say when, unless it's then. You can cut that as much as you want to. Do whatever you want to do with it. Any of these, just pick out the best ones. I have a bunch of them. Some of them are repeats. The best repeats are the ones that you should pick. And I'm stunned into reality. I'm shocked into reality. Water drops. You pull window cord tight. I'm sorry, let's start over again. Water drops. You pull my window cord tight. Outside the window pane, it turns into rain, keeping the summer heat sane, never in vain. My dream has no name or teardrops to tame. Love in Maine is our flame on mountaintops. The rain always drops on our roof, never to be upset or spoof. Our paradise which remains aloof. Published yet. The next one is called Everyday Activities. And just to delete the empty space in between, that I'm not saying anything. And just get to the recitals, if there are any. Not so funny. Everyday activities. Today does the world live in a cocoon of the moon? The next day I flip my 8 in the flower's bed. The angel burst his behind on the seat of the sun. People are on the run. So is the dog's cat. I sat in a hat. Have no idea where things are at. I can see Sister Sue's butterflies, dancing shadows they show on the ground. My Bella More is sitting next to me in the Sunshine Cafe, all later into the day. What the hell, we had a dizzy spell, in the frigid spell, in the frigid hell. What the hell, we had a dizzy spell in the frigid hell. Tell the story well, poet painter of masterpieces. Talk to Sister Joy about sleeping on the floor, join the hospital board. Lured to the bus stop, trains, cars running backwards again. Jenny takes care of many from the cafeteria. Going to Liberia for a new program. Ready to stop doing the hop. Don't know how to read or write what they recite. But after that, exacerbate it. But after, I'm sorry. Don't know how they read or write what they recite. Bad affairs that exacerbate and excite with a gloomy delight. They have no vision or sight, and the eyeballs might, they give us all light. Wondering about my imaginary flight in my mind's plight. Quite right, said the master to his dog. They're barking, singing songs. For all the planet's wrongs, the folktale sold. Spitting up dirt, losing my shirt. Where, my friend, are the beginning and the end? On the rhyme song's dirt roads, dead ends of the end of the living. A man I once knew was in an atomic stew. To pieces the world he blew. Anonymous B. You don't have to recite that one. It's kind of offensive. It might be offensive to some. I can see where it would be. You can tape that too. I want to go out with a small pin drop that you can barely hear. I write better than I can recite. That's obvious to you. To me too. I've been doing this long. I've been reciting this long. And I have better versions of this. I don't want to brag. I'm a braggart anyhow, and I don't do that well. Actually, oratory wise, uh, Tony's much better than I am. Painter by a dream. An artist painted by a dream. Covered in puffy, white, transparent decays. I can hardly recognize the cigarette chambers below. The devil exhaling on a cigarette cloud. Dream painters sharing proud. Thunder is loud. Gabriel blowing his horn. Heaven being born. Sworn to a painted sky. Stars alive. Light years from the bird that cries. Dripping rain onto my window pane. Driving me insane. I'll keep on reciting until I can't go on. And I think I'm pretty sure that I have better ones, but I don't know how to access them. If you would help me, Dina, I don't know if you can get into Messenger. It might take you a while. uh, it's not that good, but hopefully we'll be able to keep it going. You'll be able to keep it going. I don't do that much anymore. Being semi-retired, 64 years old. I don't look 64. Hey mama, what gives? For the creator who lives. Life always forgives. 5 will get you 10s and a large law firm's pens. Dens of bats and rats. Blindly making their ways in underground caverns. They call taverns. It's so loud you couldn't hear a pin drop. Drop the bomb talk, watch the Trumps walk the walk. Mighty critical. Down miles of bowling lane. Down miles of bowling lanes. In an asylum, insane claim to fame. It's a language so vulgar he doesn't know their name. The penniless, the people he shames in shouts of flames. Dragon of the wagons of the diseased heaven. Ringing Wall bells of cells. Ringing Wall Street bells of cells. Don't know if it's clear yesterday is near. Don't know if it's clear yesteryear is near, whichever one you want. Lennon once quoted Shakespeare's King Lear. So I was informed by a taxi driver. Shaman's mystical peer. Don't know if it's clear yesteryear is near. Lennon once quoted Shakespeare's King Lear. So I was informed by a taxi cab driver's shaman's mystical peer. A phone call takes me near here. Or takes me away from here. A phone call takes me away from here. I know it's not that good, and I know I don't spend that much time on it, but the other one was better. I think that one didn't come out too well. The other one that I thought came out well and didn't come out too well. I just like to get as much of this slowly in. Poetry of Politics #1. Is a poem's politics always the same? Yes equals no. It doesn't know how in a poetry time with a theater of a mind, leaving everything for 2 nickels and a quarter dime. A sixpence spends a pound's dollar. Like the earth, they make pretty good fodder to feed the birds in the trees. Money's honey from the bees. Coffee boasts of hyperactivity. Coffee boasts of hyperactivity, sailing in the spectrum of colors in an organic sea. All at the dentist's office under anesthesia. Once upon a poem and a couch's pillow foam. All the furniture is on loan. Colors have no tone. Ask the wind in vain in airplanes. Ask the wind vain in airplanes. How fast the wind travels in French kilometers. Do I look too tired? I don't know. I'm sleeping on the floor. Or whether the thermometer's womb in a candlelit tomb. I don't want to deal with it. Cut that out. Cut that whole sentence out. Ask the wind vanes in airplanes how fast the wind travels in French kilometers, or whether the thermometer's womb in a candlelit tomb. The world of gloom, apse charming caskets below the stars above, portal cities of motherly love. The world of gloom, apse charming caskets below the stars above, portal cities of motherly love. At least I think my head's coming in. I don't know how much it's coming in. Going in for a landing. Like it was crashing before. Okay, so we're on to politics. We did poetry politics number 1. Now I'll do another one called Politically Correct. This is my interpretation of politics. And I'll read you one that's not going to be aired, but I'll read it to you anyhow. You can listen to it. Politically correct. What's politically correct? I'm sorry. Start over again. Sorry, Dina. I know I'm wasting your time. I know he does it one reading at a time. Politically correct. What's politically correct is reprehensible. Defensible only if you have money or political power. I sour in my shower. As a green cash flower is picked out of the bank's money tower. Some grow dumber by the hour. Poverty sucks to the crowd. You've got to be a homeless billionaire, sleeping on a stair of the green power tower above the air, where nothing is forgotten but the forgotten, where nothing is gotten but the forgotten. Something in the executive washroom sure smells rotten. They play with people, toy with their heads, stick up, get on the wrong side of bed, get out of the wrong side of bed. Some can't get away with being in the red. They will make the bankers baker stick up, get on the wrong side of bed. Some get away with being in the red. They will make the bankers baker faker bread. They will make the bankers baker faker bread. Wake them up when they are dead. That's the wrong side of bed, they said. We're being bled red. Let them eat cake, said the fake to the taken. All the money was raked in. I was mistaken. Jay Billett. I think I did a better version of it, but I'll try it again. Politically correct. What's politically correct is reprehensible. Defensible only if you have money or political power. I sour in my shower. As a green cash flower is picked out of the bank's money tower. Some grow dumber by the hour, while the rich ones pick the green anointed bank flower. Where nothing is gotten but the forgotten. Something in the executive washroom sure smells rotten. They play with people, toy with their heads, stick up, get out of the wrong side of bed. Some can't get away with being in the red. They make the bankers baker figure bread. Wake them up when they are dead. They make the bankers baker faker bread. They make the bankers baker faker bread. Wake them up when they are dead. That's their right side of bed, they said. We're being blood red. were being blood red. Let them eat cake, said the fates that had taken. All the money was raked in. I was mistaken. Let them eat cake, said the fates that had taken. All the money was raked in. I was mistaken. Man, that was poor. Want to cut that one out? You can. I don't know. Whatever you want to cut out. It's totally up to you. You have better judgment. You know this much better than I do. Even this game, you know better than I do. When I see the way it comes out, I don't always like it. I never like it. I'm satisfied with it. My writing, I'm satisfied with. My reciting, I'm not satisfied with. I'm a better writer than a reciter. I think I said that once before, but it's true. You can split this up as many ways as you want to. These are just in a rush to be read because I might be exiting. I don't know. Anything could happen. I don't know. Once. Once I was in your shoes, now you're in mine. Your mind divine, this song very fine, a blue jay crime. Wanna cry for you all the time. Everything you experience, undiscovered in good time. In life's love, lemon lime. Or is it all in the dream book's rhyme? I think your crystal ball's mind. Is your astrologer's sign. A missing wine, a missing vine in Guy's nectar wine. What is egress for ingress? Wait and ingress for egress. Wait and egress for ingress. Wait and egress for ingress. That's the way it should be. Wait and egress for ingress. Into a private party, running tardy. So late I can't wait. Full of puddings, Lord, out by the avant-garde. Into a prison party, into a private party, running tardy. So late that I can't wait, full of puddings, Lord, art by the avant-garde. Full of puddings, Lord, art by the avant-garde. This is supposed to be avant, man. It's supposed to be ahead of its time. It stinks. Don't cut that all out. A missing vine, and God's nectar's wine, wait and egress for ingress, into a private party, running tardy, so late I can't wait, full of puddings, Lord, art by the avant-garde. Full of puddings, Lord, art by the avant-garde. You cut it up. Cut it up. Don't let me criticize you for making cuts the way you want to. You make it look good. You make it look better than I can recite it. I told you I can recite much better than I write. That's why you're impressed by my writing. I've been reciting. This is like my 10th day of reciting. Rex Sun's rays, power to the mentally ill's evolutionary force, a world corporate zoo. Go with the Zappa logo, paste it to your car's rear end, trying to make time in the vagabond gypsy's mandolin's rhyme. Transcendent lover's light, show through dark hidden sight. I love the engulfed starry night. All faithful spouts of geyser streaming delight. Life has no reason to rhyme, only sublime sunshine. We all act in the globe's mind, secret magic hidden time. Secret magic's hidden time. We all act in the globe's mind, secret magic's hidden time. God, if I could write as well as I recite. If only I could. If only I had more time. It took me 7 years to learn how to write, and I used to throw my poetry in the dumpster. I think I said that in a good one. I used to throw my poetry in the dumpster, and then I submitted it to. I used to throw my poetry in the dumpster. Then I started submitting it to clubs and writing my name on it, signing it, and I published a couple of things. Not very many, a minuscule amount, as I said. My days. I want to look this over too before I give you the final okay to film it. My days. Eyes slurry, speech blurry. Was a beat artist in the 50s. Drank too much acid rain in the 60s. Shower power. Only wish yesterday was tomorrow. Saw stuff through my ears and heard things with my eyes. I have a problem with sounds. I have a problem with sounds. The monkeys of the earth are giving bananas to their brothers and sisters. P.S. A thought for the day keeps the doctor away. P.S.S. Smiling every day keeps the blues away. An idiot's idiom, a second at a time. Where were you when the pimples broke out? If you are not part of a problem, you must be part of a solution. After the rain falls, my love recalls. Life can be a hard caller. Sometimes I feel 10 feet small, other times taller. Winter snows falls, a baby learns to crawl. Without love, we'd be nowhere at all. I'm writing on supermarket walls, flying paper planes in museum halls, as I walk under Oregonian waterfalls. In suburbia New York, everything's still in Centerville. By and love, Jonathan Billet. That's an old poem. You want to recite it, if you want to play it, whatever you want to play, whatever you think is best. I know this is the form you gave me, but Laura Boss gave me another one on Messenger. I only had one pulled up, and it wasn't that good. It wasn't bad, but it was my first time reciting. Give me a minute. Just skip time. Hello again. Gyroscoping 68. Meetings of the minds. Nothing that gets lost is ever found. Meeting of the minds. Nothing that gets lost is it ever finds. Meeting of the minds. Nothing that gets lost it ever finds. Time winds up and down. Kindergarten merry-go-round. No sound, just emotion. Gyroscoping in cyberspace and a New Year's face. Take 2500. Gyroscoping 68. Meetings of the minds. Nothing that gets lost is ever. Gyroscoping, forget about that one. I'll go on to the next one. It's all right. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too tired, and yeah, I have quite a few. I want to see how that came out, so I'll after this one I'll cut out. These aren't that great. I read that one already. I've got to read this one. I'll read it to you. It's up to you whether you want to recite it or not. I mean, it's a little controversial, to put it mildly. My stuff is I could throw myself out. I mean, if garbage was gold, I'd be sold. That's true. You know, I write I write the trash and sell for cash. These are supposed to be funny. Yeah, I'm not sad. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I want to thank you for being such a good person and such a sweet woman and my friend. And that's no garbage. It sounds like garbage, but it's not because I'm so rude. I used to just sit there with your dog and work on the computer, and that was heaven, man. That was bliss. Everyday activities. Did I do that one? Yeah, I did that one. Here it goes. Heaven forgive me. This shouldn't even be verbalized. And it's not. It's not there. It's trying to tell me something. It's not even there. You can televise that if you want. So you think you're a big shot, SpongeBob? Bear with me. I've read quite a few. Here's one that uh, I meant to say, but I didn't. I recited it better a while ago. Man, I'm getting tired. I'm getting teary. Starting to get teary. Fruit of the vine. So what's with you? Are you the photographic other? A common mother? The B&W photo you took of the tomato fruit vine. Fruit of the vine. So what's with you? Are you the photographic other? A common mother? The B&W photo you took of the tomato fruit vine? Hang in New York's Museum Hall divine? The sunshine on which it reclines declines nothing sublime. Time will let this portrait grow and transform into a wild poem. His writing before he disintegrated like a tomato, planted and grew into the tomato. Nothing you don't see which wasn't eventually to be, meant to happen without any money for a small fee, never free. For a small fee, never free. For a small fee, never free. Go see that fruit vine's tree. Kind of a slippery trick. If I had to choose, I'd pick the tomato art at the frick. Oh. I'm not going to say that. Why am I so sad? Now people love me. I'm happy. Could everything have to seem sad or droopy or stupid or drooly or blurred or slurred or eye slurred, words blurred? I think I did them all. You'll have plenty to pick from if you go to. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know what to do. Reformation School. Get my Z's at the Reformation School. Reformation School. Y's and GT2s. Y's and G2Ts. It's a clouded sky as I get very high on my smoked aspirins. Guides the coffee. A sea with the lost key. Floodwaters of the toiletries. They come in 4s, 3s, and 23s. Plenty of bees. We're out. Everybody sees, but nobody's looking. Promotions booking. I got a good shooting on a TV screen. Shook on the scene like a teen. Out in the TV land is my Reformation School. I never did make it to shul. Listen to Mr. Mess, I'm doing my best. Can't fail the test. Can't fail the test, it was at my headmaster's request. Speaking to English, I don't understand bad written grammar. Has the dormmaster gone too far? And the prep school star? The prep school star? Thrasher's Atom Smasher? Straight Picket Party Crasher? Peter Asher, A World Without Love? Flight of the White Dove? The washer uses a plastic glove? Up above to clean dirty molasses? From the masses, they make forward passes. When the bags are loaded, the world imploded, balloons floated up and exploded. The scribe noted in this poem he doubted. And the scribe noted in this poem he doted. Cans will somersault open, never to shut. All's well that ends fair. Nothing wanted to get my share. Never want to get my share. Tear out a hair. All's well that ends fair. Never want to get my share. Tear out a hair. God, am I competitive. Love B to the Beast family. There are chaos and disorder where things aren't fair. Something stinks and it ain't me. Love Johnny B to the Beast family. All is well that ends fair. Never want to get my share. Tear out a hair. Up against and down, like the ship's hubcaps in the street. Up against and down, like the hubcaps on the street flying around. Cans will somersault open, never to shut. Up above to clean dirty molasses from the masses. They make forward passes when the bags are loaded. Gold imploded, balloons floated, and up and exploded. The scribe noted, and the palm he doted. Cans will somersault open, never to shut. Up against and down like the hubcaps of the streets flying around. Like the hubcaps on the street flying around. I'm sorry, I'm giving you so much to correct. And you can take next. If I'm still here next year, that's why I'm in such a rush, man. I'm in a rush because I'm rushing you because I'm in a rush, and you're in a rush. You've got programs. You've got like 20 programs. People don't realize how much you have to produce. And I'm going to send you. I'm going to try to send you some money. I was full of garbage. I was so sour. Why am I so sour? I don't have that much money to spend. I'm not like but what I have, the TV station has less than what I have, and I mean, they have contributors, they have backers, but not that many, and I would like to join the fight, if I can. Here's one that I want you to recite. Please recite this one. If I can recite it well enough. Exaltation and grace. God doesn't see anyone who doesn't make mistakes. The universe it bakes. Exaltation and grace. Jonathan Billett. Let me read it again. Exaltation and grace. God doesn't see anyone who doesn't make mistakes. The universe it bakes. Exaltation and grace. Jonathan Billett. That would be my number one fan. I'm the number one fan of that one. It says a lot in a couple of sentences, I think. It's my belief. And that's my belief is usually what other people believe, except for when I recite, I think I'm so great. And I'm not that great at reciting. I'm not that bad, but I'm not that great. Ooh. This whole thing just came up with the screen and everything. I had plenty of time to develop it, but I just learned how to do it. It just came to be. How and why, I don't know. Let's try this one. This is a good one, I think, as I recall. Numeral paintings free. Emerald paintings tree. I got lost in a dream thought, found the world in my high. Where the sun and stars sleep, daylight creeps. Can't find my poetry in the mind. Thought I found it in my shirt pocket. Unless it lost near a rails car. Won't get far. The cosmic comic book inspires all my desire to build a bonfire. A higher flyer. Travel by cabbie in a beatnik's taxi that I see. Picked up for being disorderly. Guess that to be will be. Fill the tongue with water that turns to tea. Silly me, but that's hard to see in reality. Growing ring of number tree in its infancy. Rewritten. 12/26/18. This was like the Beatles in 1958. Heavenly Mountain. Heavenly Mountain. My feet hold me to the ground, so does the world in its gravity. I must have a moment of sobriety. Mind's relaxed, must have physical health, while strolling down a path. A vagabond sings at his leisure. A vagabond sings at his leisure. The transient Dharma. In my nirvana karma. At my nirvana karma. Divinity sings and thinks. An echoing shooting starry suns. Vincent van Gogh drinks absence. Absence. While he is absent from the present. In a ghostly presence. In a ghostly absence. I'm not too sure which one it is. Vincent van Gogh drinks absence while he is absent from the present in a ghostly presence. Vincent van Gogh drinks absence. Vincent van Gogh drinks absence while he is absent from the present in a ghostly absence. The present is absent. To active, cloud search, go to the address bar and type S. 2. Press Start key, Tab key. Your music search is now activated. Enjoy our product. I wish you'd recite that one for me. It's the best one I have. A potato. A potato for 50 cents, but the spud's a deal for a deal. But the spud is a steal for a deal. Can't get much closer to Nirvana than that. To you gents, I tip my hat. Thinking things may change. The number 3 words rearrange. Thinking things may change. The number 3 words rearrange. I'm buying outdoor range. Life is misunderstood by the strange. Has age and a place for every living lovely face. Are we in outer space? What is the place to be? Has age and a place for every living lovely face. Are we in outer space? What is the place to be? Man, this is going to take you years to do. A sunny, funny, happy LA fantasy. Life is to be. Laughter's glee, part of civilized history. We would all agree, everybody would see. Love, Johnny B. Man, am I sour. I'm getting flowered by the hour. Vincent van Gogh drinks absinthe while he is present. From the absence in a ghostly presence. Absence of the presence. I think I'm going to take a look, see if I can find it. I think what we do now is we go Control V, and then Control B. Or is it Control B and then Control V? I really don't know. Control B. My friend Bruce taught me. He taught me everything. He's a good teacher. Good man. Family man. And he's divorced. Man, those divorce, I don't want to get into it. Okay, I'll do words. Words. Numbers all the same. Words without any names. A penniless billionaire. The drunk who doesn't drink. Glancing stare that I wear. Some things that aren't there. I'm getting sick of this, man. I know. Musical keys of D's, doors underneath the ocean floors, a beach with no sand, a clock without any hands, a world has gone mad in a fad, a book without pages, glancing stare that I wear, some things that aren't there, musical keys of D's, doors underneath the ocean floors, a beach with no sand, a clock without any hands, a world has gone mad in a fad, a book without pages, lost with the ages, furniture rearranged in the dark, waking up dead, a leader not led, never going to bed, this poem written but never read, trying to say what was already said. Jay Billis. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Okay. Good night. The dirty one we're not going to read, so we'll keep it up. Shut up in your face. Oh, Control V, Control V. Control B, Control V, Control B, Control V. I hope those other ones are saved. It says leave site changes you made may not be saved. Well, I saved them. I did save them. So I'm assuming that the computer is just joking around.